Hi there, this is Toby Green and you're listening to The Green Room with Tom Green and Jacob Gaynor. Stay tuned.
Oh, coffee's for a week for that, mate.
Tom, we took our time, but the week is finally upon us. The race that stops the nation. How are you?
I'm fantastic, Jacob. How are you?
I am good because we're not going to disclose the result of the race just yet. There's a few things to get through before we do that. Now,
We're both fantastic.
we're both flying. Never been better.
Yep.
Before we get into the race, let's talk about a few people we need to thank for the journey that has been the race. It was quite an ordeal.
It's been a journey, and admittedly, it was a journey we dragged out.
Well, I'm going to say
Don't-
you didn't contribute at all.
Okay, if anything, I was trying to help you out here because I gave you so many times where I said, book it any of these days and I will be there.
That is not true because there was multiple days you said that you then could not have made. Fifth quarter camps, you were like, just book it Wednesday.
Yeah,
you weren't free Wednesday.
But if you had it just booked it, we would have made it work. We would have made it work.
Don't you pay a manager, right? Utilize them. Okay? Because I'm not your manager.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay?
You're not.
All right. It's a learning lesson.
You're not qualified.
I'm probably overqualified. I'd be a great manager.
I don't think you would.
No, I'm not great at negotiating, as evident by our bet.
Mm.
Now, so a massive thank you to Johnny and the team at Speedo,
Massive thanks to Speedo. Again, the number one sponsor of this podcast.
the only sponsor of this
That's why I
podcast.
said number one.
In the Green Room, proudly brought to you by Speedo.
Number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. But thank you very much to Speedo. They were absolutely fantastic. Thank you to our very own Nat Taylor for sorting this out. It's amazing work from her. And I mean, we really wouldn't be in this position where In the Green Room has a sponsor as good as Speedo is without her. And I mean, it's also quite amazing because Speedo, obviously, they know talent when they see it. I mean, they've obviously got a massive thing leading up to the Olympics right now, quite literally their grand final. But they also found time to find new talent.
But they found out that country footy has some depth.
They found us. They looked for new talent. They found us.
Some diamonds in the rough.
Oh, yeah.
So a massive thank you to Speedo, to Nat, to a lot of the people at the Giants as well for coming along and watching the race.
Yep.
A special shout out to the Giants cheer squad.
Yep.
Some avid In the Green Room listeners.
They are. They
Made
came
their
along.
way all the way to Sydney Olympic Park to watch the race. So I've got their names. They're going to get a shout out. So
Yep.
I hope I don't miss anyone. I'm really sorry if I do. Janelle, Callum, April, Tracy, Jack, Catherine, Liam, and Ethan, thank you for coming down.
Thank you so much to all you guys. Created such a good atmosphere.
Supported myself. They weren't really going for you. They were
You
going
don't
for me.
reckon?
No, that's
I
not
got
what
a
they
fair
told me.
I got there were a fair few high fives afterwards. I mean, to both, but there were high fives to me.
Yeah, none to me. A couple of condolence hugs. Now, before we get into the actual race, there's a few things I want to address. Now, you hadn't tried the swimmers on before the race.
No, I hadn't.
So
We saw when we did the unboxing on the
How tight it
podcast.
was?
Yeah, but wow. Oh wow.
tight.
Hoo-hoo.
Before we get into your race suit, so Johnny and the team actually brought a little present for me when we were doing the swim, a full body swimsuit that was used at the 2000 and I think they said 2008
Beijing Olympics.
Beijing Olympics, the race suits that are now illegal.
Right.
And they did mention that nobody had ever lost whilst wearing that suit. So I went into the change rooms. They said 40 minutes to get into it. I didn't really believe that. Walked in and it took me about 6 or 7 minutes to get over one ankle. And I said 40 minutes might be generous. So I'm going to take 2 hours. We only booked the lane for an hour. I'm going to have to go up and say, hey, sorry, can we extend? Got it in the second ankle, flying. Got it all the way up over the bum, popped. Rubber everywhere.
Strong legs.
Strong legs. I'll put it down to the legs. And pretty gutted because then I had to walk back out, and I don't want to know the full figure of what it's worth. It's not cheap.
Yeah, I can't imagine they'd be cheap.
Really embarrassed to walk back out with a
Say,
really
hey, I've just
expensive
completely
spray suit and
trashed
say,
this.
hey, this is now in 5 pieces. So apologies again for that. But I've got some audio. Now, obviously, we didn't take a camera. I had my phone, so there's actually footage. We won't release it because it's pretty exposing.
I mean, there's nothing I wouldn't mind anyone not seeing. It's just my bum.
It's not yet. I'll probably post it on my own channels
Yeah,
because it's hilarious.
it is.
I
Pretty
won't
funny.
post it on Giants channels.
Yeah, I know. As much
There's
as
a
fans
line.
would like to see my bum, I'm not
Head
sure.
to Jacob Gainer's Instagram.
I'm not sure that's allowed on official Giants channels.
No, so we couldn't take a camera in. We did, however, have a microphone, and I turned the microphone on whilst Tom was getting ready.
Unbeknownst to me.
So here you go.
Did they actually swim in these? No. I don't think it's actually. I actually don't think it's going to.
Just keep pushing.
No, like.
You're not that big, mate. You can't.
No, like I promise you, I actually can't.
You're close.
No, like. I'm looking at it, get it off. Look.
You're close. You're
No,
not.
I promise you, I actually can't. I can't. How the did I get into this?
Mate, I'm telling you, I already broke one, and I'm tiny. Imagine those big guys. Imagine Thorpe getting into this stuff.
Ow!
Oh, good work. Now go, left cheek.
I'm actually fatigued. My actual arms are fatigued from getting it on.
Mate, I'm actually in too soon. I started cramping it first one.
Crazy.
I got ankle cramps getting that first week.
Well, the good thing is I can dive in and this isn't going to come off.
The good news is I can dive in and this won't come off. They were tight.
They were ridiculous. And I think, you'll see in the vision, like it's like my legs and every part of me is like busting out of it. Like they're like so cuffed, like so tight on my legs. Like my legs are like exploding out, ballooning out at the bottom. It's weird. Yeah, they were.
I actually found them quite comfortable though.
Nah.
Maybe I think yours were a little different to mine. Mine were. I'd happily swim in mine again.
No,
I don't think you're getting into yours again.
I'm never going to even attempt to get in mine again. They were so uncomfortable.
Oh, I can't wait to post the video. It is so funny. Now,
Excuse me.
should we get to the race?
I'd love to, mate.
I'm happy to skip it. Okay, so we'll play. So before we start the audio, a special shout out to Lockie McCurdy for coming down and commentating the race. Did a fantastic job.
As he always does.
One of the best in the business, an avid Swans fan.
Really?
Nah, he's not. He's a Giants man at heart, I reckon.
I was going to say, far out.
So you'll see him on the video available on Giants social channels and Speedo social channels. So again, thank you to Lockie for coming down. And here is the race as called by Lockie McCurdy.
On your marks. Get set. Go! And it's even through the first 10 metres. Tom Green takes a slight lead, but Gaynor is more than holding his own in this race. There is only a head in it at this stage. Halfway through the lap, Green is slowly pulling ahead. Gaynor is still very much in this race. There is not even a body length in it. Green slowly pulling away as we get in the final 10 metres now. The red cap, it's getting all the way to the end. And there it is. He touches the lane.
Woohoo! Congratulations, Tom.
Thank you very much, mate. God, it felt good.
Talk me through the preparation, the race, and the reaction.
Well, the preparation obviously, I think actually helped you. You obviously kept delaying the race to give yourself more time to swim. So I swim every single day off. I swim a kilometre, but yeah, I'm not sure how often you swim, but you've clearly been swimming recently to try and put yourself in a decent position. So delaying the race obviously worked in your favour, and you also got me 2 days post off a game. So I'm still quite sore and ginger, but
You're ginger for sure.
that's true. That's undeniable. But yeah, it was nice. Like I said, as you'll see in the video comes out, I made a few statements about, big time players make big time plays, and when you get called out in a bet like that, you need to perform. So I was happy that I was able to do that, and I think I swam a pretty good time too. I think a 27-second 50, which that's pretty dynamic.
That's pretty quick.
And the other thing I was going to say as well, which I'm a big advocate for, which a lot of the boys at the club will know, is that I love to think that I could have made it in a few other sports. And I'm just saying, I did it for the athletes out there who are delusional enough to think they could make it in other sports. And I think there's enough talent to suggest maybe a career was there. I'm doing that at 90 kilos, busting out of these things. You slim me down into the physique I need to be. Who knows where I get to?
Shut up. You got the win, man. That's it. That's all we need.
And that's the sweetest part about it is there's going to be Tom Green tattooed just on that chest right over there.
Yeah, we'll get to the tattoo and we'll get to the chest in just a second. I want to talk about the race a little more.
Can I quickly do something? I want to thank all the people who actually invested in this race because, oh my God, was it a lot more people than I thought. When we first made this bet, I thought it was just like, as a lot of this podcast is, it's two Muppets. They get on the mic, they say some stuff. That caught on. Oh my God. Like the amount of likes and replies my story got yesterday, just in the lead up to it, it's insane. Like just the amount of people who care about it. It's very, very funny. So thank you to all the people for taking interest in it. And maybe we can get a few more things like this going in the future because they generated a lot of interest and it seems like that's what people want to see. So it was a lot of fun. I certainly had a lot of fun.
It was an experience. No, I had fun. I had fun training for it. I had fun racing.
Really?
You get that competitive, that adrenaline rush every weekend. I haven't had that in a decade.
Yeah, that's true.
And I've got the hunger back.
So you want to compete in some other stuff?
Oh, do I? I don't care if my chest is covered. I will be beating you at something at some point. No, to your credit, it was a terrible dive. And there's a stills photo on our Instagram. Go take a look. You look like you're about to frog leap into the water.
Okay, can we just say something?
Your dive wasn't great, let's be honest.
My actual dive, it wasn't that quick out of the mark, wasn't that great, but also that still shot was not me in my final form or my final position. That was as I'm shuffling into position.
Do you know what the best thing about that photo is? Is that we posted those photos and
straight away everyone was like, Tom looks stupid.
Straight away everyone's like, Jacob wins, which I think is good for the video that comes out, right? Everyone's like, oh my God.
You're losing by 2 lengths, yeah.
2 lengths is not right.
2 lengths is right. That's a length and a bit.
2 of me, 1 of you.
That's a length. You weren't at my feet. As in you were further back than that.
No, I wasn't.
No, you were.
It wasn't.
You were.
I lost by 2 seconds.
You lost by 3 seconds.
2 seconds.
You swam a 30 second.
You swam a 28.
I swam a 27. You swam a 30.
It's not true. I've actually got the times here. Let's have a look. I'm pretty sure you're not as good as you think you are.
We know that's not true. Last time you called me out on this, you had my name on your chest.
I lost by 2.1 seconds. 2.12 seconds.
Yeah, okay.
Huh?
I think I'm claiming a 27.
Well, then I get a 29. I'm stoked with that. Sub 30, mate. And I'm a media guy. It's kind of embarrassing you didn't win by more.
Okay. 27's, again, dynamic.
Yeah, it's quick. To be honest, in the lead up, a lot of people were asking, what time do you think, what could you get him at? I said, anywhere from 30 to 35, I've got him. You got under 30.
Yeah, exactly. Well, under 30.
What I will say is my dive, so I was locked in. I actually think I cost myself the race. So I was locked in.
You think your dive cost you 3 seconds?
Let me just get my opinions out. No, my dive was better than yours.
That's what I'm saying. So
let me finish my sentence before you attack.
My bad.
Take a breath.
My bad.
Take a breath.
I'm bad.
Okay, so I dive in. Straight away, I've nailed that dive. That was in my mind.
I think that wasn't great.
And then it was just head down. So I did a bit of research prior to this race, and I hate to admit how much research I did because I lost. But so the plan of attack was traditionally in a race, I'd do 6 dolphin kicks, come up, and I'm gone. With you, I knew you'd get further on the dive. You're heavier and more powerful in the legs. So I was like, I'll do less dolphin kicks and just come up and just go for it. Don't breathe until you absolutely have to. And it worked. I came up pretty well, and it was just get those arms moving, no breathing, head down, go. Probably got about 30 to 35 meters in, and I needed to take a breath. And I breathed to the left, and you were on my left. And that's what cost me, because I've gone to take a breath left, seen that I'm pretty much level with you, and gone, I'm a chance here. I'm a genuine chance. I've gone back, and I've just lost all technique and my breath, and I just stumbled, and that's cost me a length. And ultimately, it's cost me the race. So I think 100 meters on a turn, I've got you. But I will give you credit where it's due. It was a good swim. You were a deserved winner. And what I can say regarding the tattoo, Tom, is I've been told that it's not a shock to people, that my mouth got me in trouble. It's not the first time.
I think we can both put a hand up.
It won't be the last time. It will be the last time. So on the subject of the tattoo, this weekend we travel to Melbourne.
Yep.
One of my lovely friends, Georgia, is a tattoo artist in Melbourne. I will be paying Georgia a visit. Now, with the tattoo, I've printed here some fonts.
Right.
I want you to choose the font.
Yes.
Okay. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11 fonts.
11 fonts to choose from.
So there's a fair few.
11 Joe Fonties to choose from.
Joe Fonty. So let me know what you think.
Wow. I like this. So instantly I'm drawn to the bolder ones, the ones that sort of stick out a bit more.
Okay, that's not what I wanted to hear.
That's sort of instantly when my mind goes. I think the more official, like I don't like these ones. Like see these
Too
sort
skinny?
of fonts, yeah, and just a bit like the one I think I'm going to go for is number what's that? 5. I like 5.
Okay. Happy
like-
with the size?
I mean, if you want to blow it up a little bit, you can, but
I wouldn't go. I don't think you could go smaller than that because it would.
you definitely cannot go smaller than that. That has to be absolute minimum. Even then, I'm thinking you probably go slightly larger.
5. You said 5.
But I
right?
think number 5, yeah. Number 5 just seems like more official, more proper.
Okay.
So I think that's what I'm going for. Have you shaved your chest in preparation yet, or
I shaved my chest for the swim, more aerodynamic.
really?
Yep, didn't work.
I didn't do that. Maybe I should have.
Well, you didn't need to. You won.
Yeah, but
Um,
little wins, you know.
Now, before we move on, I know a lot of people are probably sick of the race now.
I don't think they are.
But I do highly recommend going to watch the video. Ryan and Will have done an amazing job in pulling that together.
I'm really excited for the public to see it.
Me too. You know what? At the end of the day, I'm a numbers man with content, and it's gone through the roof. It's helping me hit my KPIs, and at the end of the day, the price I have to pay is a tattoo on my chest of your name forever.
You need to make sure you hit those KPIs. Buddy.
I do. But I will say this. Let's finish on this note. You, Tom,
Yes.
were not the only winner from this race.
Well, I mean,
I
yes.
am happy to announce in the green room exclusively
Yep.
that I am now an official ambassador of Speedo. So stay tuned because there is a content piece coming.
I'm excited. Do you want to go in any more depth about what it's called? What you're presenting?
I can, yeah. There will be a new product range. Speedo presents Shorties. And I'm excited.
Well, I mean, credit to you. You should be. It's again, I mean, think about the fact that not only did In the Green Room get sponsored by Speedo, but the fact that you're now a brand ambassador for Speedo. I mean, did you honestly think that a podcast would get you that?
No, I didn't think a podcast would get me a brand deal or a tattoo.
Yeah. Well, I suppose.
And
you get
look
the
where
good,
it
the
takes
bad.
us.
Yeah.
This is what we were saying last week, is that like, who would have thought you and I would be here? Who would have thought we'd be here, you know?
Yeah.
Crazy.
It is crazy. It's I mean, it's a great. I mean, this platform. It's a blessing and a curse, and it's something you need to use wisely.
Yep. Now, let's get into the game.
Yeah, let's do it.
We'll make it short. We'll make it sharp. The Expansion Cup,
Yep.
a great result for the club, a great
Staying
result
in the
at
cabinet.
home.
Kids
Round, and you're right, the trophy stays at home.
Yeah, it's nice. It was a good result. It was a great fun round, kids round. The Darcy Jones helmets getting around at NG Stadium was fantastic. Yeah, it was. It was nice to be able to win Gold Coast. You know, a really exciting team this year, and they've had some good wins, and they've been really competitive all year. So we always knew it was going to be a tough game, and it was nice to beat quality opposition.
Now, do we want to talk next week, like this week?
We can talk about the game coming up. Yeah. Yeah, it's just exciting as well to get back on the MCG. I think it is only hopefully, you know, we're going to play at the MCG at least another time and at the very least grand final day. But yeah, this is our second game for the year on the MCG against the Demons on Saturday night. So again, another really exciting fixture again against a quality opposition too. So it's something that we're really looking forward to. It is still a bit early in the week to be properly thinking about it, but yeah, it's going to be I mean, all of our games for the rest of the year are really important, trying to, jostle in this log jam that we're currently experiencing through the middle part of the ladder. And Melbourne are part of that as well. So it's really important that we win to set ourselves up. But it should be a great game. I mean, the Demons are always hard to beat, particularly at home. So it should be a cracking contest.
And in exciting news, we could be getting some pretty big reinforcements. Cogs and Sam Taylor.
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah, we could. I was thinking about
Could be
Slammer. Yeah, we'll wait and see how that goes. But it'll be
Fingers
nice
crossed.
to have Slammer back. I know Slammer fought the fight.
Wow, he put an argument together last week.
He fought the fight against some high performance department people and Jason King. He did eventually lose, but he certainly fought the fight, and hopefully we will get those two back because I mean it's good to have anyone back, but players of that quality certainly make a difference.
Perfect. Should we get into some questions because there's a lot?
Really?
Yep.
Let's do it then.
Okay, so we'll do some questions. Red light, green light.
Yep.
Your song. And
Your song?
Our songs.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty keen for the poem.
So am I.
So, if you two went into business together, what business would you start?
Well, we can't do swimwear. We'd be competing with
Speedo. We would never do that.
Shout out to Speedo. By the way, can I actually say something just very briefly about Speedo? I wore today, so I normally train in Speedos. Like I'll wear them under
shorts.
Recovery and whatever. And
Do you play like that?
yeah, I do as well.
Yep.
I play just it helps keep everything compact and
Together?
and then they're good for recovery afterwards. Wore them today. Fantastic.
Great. The two pairs they gave us.
Yeah, they were. We
So
showed
comfy.
them. Yeah, they are really comfy. They are really comfy. They're really cool colours too, as well.
I don't
They're
think
really
I don't
good.
think they're out yet either. The ones
Really?
we have, yeah.
Maybe we should do a photo shoot in them.
Yeah. I've already got shoots coming up, mate.
You can launch your shorties brand, and I'll just wear the normal speedos. But no, they were really comfy, and I know like a lot of people I feel like associate that with budgie smuggler or whatever. But I think people should actually really look at Speedo because
Times have changed, mate.
you know honestly these speedos like they were so comfy, and they fit well, and they're actually I don't want to say low key cooler colors, but anyway,
High key.
yeah, high
They're
key.
cooler colours.
Yeah, it's a very good point. But if we went into business together, what we'd do? Would we be in hospo? Like, would you start a cafe? I think
we'd have a cool cafe.
we could do a cool cafe. The only problem is I wouldn't want to disrespect Rick because Rick, I think, would like to open a cafe at some point.
Well, let's combine our strengths. I think we get Ricker. He's a friend of the podcast.
He is
We get Ricker,
not an
yourself.
avid listener, but a friend.
He's a friend. He's been on, listened to his own episode, and that's it. I think we could create a pretty nice cafe. Jake Riccardi we're talking about, by the way.
Yeah.
So Jake Riccardi, yourself and myself. Nice little cafe.
Mm.
Ricker,
Chef. He could be head chef, I promise you. Handy cook.
I'd actually
I've had his chili
disagree with you.
scrambled eggs.
I think he could be a great chef. I think he's front of house.
Yeah, because you know
he's just very energetic,
yeah,
very lovely.
It's true, but I'm just telling you, special.
There's a lot
in
of
the
free
kitchen.
coffees going, I reckon.
The chili, his chili scrambled eggs he can do.
What would you do?
Special.
Backroom staff.
What would I do?
Like
I
run
think I
the
could-
business.
I could just be, I could do a bit of that.
I'd run the socials.
I could go and get deals in the background. You could be up making coffees.
I'd be a
could
good
also-
barista.
I could just be, providing general energy.
Still sounds like stealing a paycheck, but okay. Good question though. What sport are you most excited to see at the upcoming Olympics? I am so excited. I am so excited.
So excited. The Olympics. Do they not start? No.
This week,
When is it though?
it's Friday.
Yeah, maybe. I'm so excited for it. It is actually. The Olympics are the best. Honestly, they are the best. I'm excited to watch Celeste Mucci. I don't want to butcher her last name, but I believe it's Celeste Mucci, Bucks' girlfriend, in the 100-meter hurdles, 110-meter hurdles. And what else am I excited to? I love watching the swimming always, and because Australia normally do well in the swimming too,
Yep.
so that's always good to see. But even
I can't wait for you to sit at watch the swimming. And go, I could do that.
yeah, times. What's that? Okay, I'm thereabouts.
21.
Like things like I think the diving's really cool, but I also love watching like a lot of the. I mean, a lot of people generally like a lot of track events, but I actually kind of like the field events. I love watching javelin. I love watching pole vault. I
Pole
love
vault's
watching
entertaining.
even like high jump. I love watching those. So I'm excited for pretty much the whole Olympics. Also really excited to watch the basketball because the Boomers, we've had good warm-ups. We're going, I'll be honest, I did not think the Boomers were going to go that well. We've had some good warm-up games and the US look gettable.
I'll tell you one thing: the Boomers kit is horrendous.
Yeah, it's horrific. But as long as they go all right, like they just seem to be. I don't want to go too hard too early because I'm still suspect,
hesitant.
and we're in a really good group. But the Boomers have warmed up better than I thought they would, so that's pretty exciting.
Like it. I'm looking forward to the surfing.
Mm.
I think the whole Olympic concept of surfing will be really interesting.
Mm.
I agree with you. Field events are really fun.
Mm.
Swimming's always just the go-to.
Yeah.
The soccer, there's just honestly, I
That's
love
what I mean.
the
You
Olympics. Like,
can't
you just
even
can't turn the
pick.
TV off.
Yeah, you actually can't even pick.
Like,
'cause
I've got a bit of annual leave and I'll be using it. There won't be episodes for 2 weeks. Great question though.
Yeah.
Bring it on. Honestly.
So excited for the Olympics. They're the best.
And
the thing is, as much as I want to say, like, I wish they had them every year, I also don't. Like, it's cool they're every 4 years.
No, I agree. And
Because then
it's
it
like
makes
the
when
World
it's
Cup.
on,
Like,
you're just like, it's the best thing ever.
what I will say is a special shout out to Sam Short. He's going to be my favourite. I'm going for him. Wore his swimming cap yesterday. Hopefully he has more luck in it than I did.
Yeah. I'm sure he
What
will.
I will say is that cap fit my hair pretty well, considering how much hair I have.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, I also have quite a head of hair, so...
Yeah. Another shout out to Speedo.
Why not another shout out? Yeah,
know
shout out
what?
to Speedo.
Hope they're counting. Favorite podcast? Do you listen to any others?
Yep, mine's The Rest Is History.
Oh, I think you've mentioned that.
Yeah, I have. Really liked this podcast. I'm actually probably going to listen to it on the way home.
Nice.
Recently, they've been going through, they sort of really broke down, I don't know how familiar you are with the start of World War I, but they sort of went through, you know, Archduke Franz Ferdinand got assassinated by Gavrilo Princip in Sarajevo in Bosnia. Anyway, that happened.
Well.
But they sort of went through, like they actually went into like a lot of detail about Gavrilo Princip, the assassin, his life, how he sort of got radicalized into this sort of stuff, why he did what he did. They went into Franz Ferdinand's life in depth, which I really enjoyed. And I've missed a couple episodes recently where they're now, I think, going into why. I mean, this assassination happened, and then everyone thinks, oh, it's just a given that World War I happened. But I think they're going to go into why that actually happened, because it's not a given that a lot of, I suppose, monarchs or, you know, monarchs in waiting had been assassinated in the early 20th century, but they hadn't caused World War I. And so they're about to go into why, I suppose, this one was very significant, this sort of stuff. But anyway, they go into depth like this on a bunch of different topics, and I really, really enjoy it.
What do you listen to podcasts mainly on the way to the club, or like when we go to Canberra?
No, I'm a bit sporadic. Like, I love listening to music. So it's just like sometimes in the mood. Like right now, I just thought about, now that this question's come up, it's actually put me, like, it's
You're
reminded
in the
me.
mood for a podcast.
I'm in the mood. I'm like, I want to listen to one. Where, like, and I'll take a longer way home so I can get more of the episode. I'll knock over pretty much the whole episode on the way home as opposed to
the no
double
tolls
tolling
route.
on the way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Except I'll take the
One toll.
Cross City Tunnel.
Yeah.
I don't want to not Cross City Tunnel.
No,
Go
because
to the cities.
you'll have to go through 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Do you listen to this podcast?
This
Like,
one?
do you listen to it back?
Sometimes, not often. Like, I'll be honest. Like, I mean, we're doing it, so
No, I'm the exact same. I listen to, sometimes I will.
yeah.
Depending on what
or
we're
little
talking about.
segments
Yeah.
even, but like often I'm like, I know how this is going to go. I don't need to.
Agree.
I already hear too much of my own voice, so.
When are we going to have another AFLW guest on? I thoroughly enjoyed listening to Nicola Barr.
Great question. Who should we get on? We should.
I
Get one
know.
soon.
I know a few that listen to the podcast.
Who?
Maddie Brasendale listens. Jess Doyle listens to every episode.
Really?
So we could get them on because they'd be familiar with the segments.
Yeah.
They're the only two I know that listen.
Yeah.
I'm
okay.
sure a lot of them do listen.
I'm sure they do. Yeah.
There'd be a fair few. We are about to, obviously with Alicia Eva stepping down as captain,
Yep.
we are about to announce a new AFLW captain. So whoever that may be, maybe we
get
grab them on.
Yeah, sure. There's
That's
so many
actually-
options. The thing is, I mean, I'd love to get a lot of the girls on. They'd be great value. Like Jess would be great value.
She'd be funny.
Yeah.
Caitlin Sirhoy would be really funny.
Yeah.
She actually thinks that she should have had a podcast before us.
Really?
She's been at the club for 5 minutes, but I respect it.
Yeah. Maybe we'll have to get her on here and see if she's up to it.
Yeah, see if she can.
Yeah.
Well, during the AFLW season, you obviously won't be around.
Yep.
Maybe
I will.
We? Oh, finals.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying like if AFLW want a podcast as well,
Oh, yeah, true.
she can take the mantle for a couple of months. Next question.
We'll have to get one on that. I like that. We'll have, not even one. We'll have to get a few because.
Well, there's so many people. I was actually also thinking we should get Jesse Hogan on.
Yeah, that would be very funny.
He is Cogs,
Yeah.
very underrated,
Still haven't
funny.
had Toby on.
Toby has to be the right time.
Yeah.
He's on a bit of a media ban
There's a lot of
for
people we have to
upsetting
get
some
on.
people. Last meal before you die. So meal, death row meal, is that what they call them? Last meal.
I don't even know. I love too much food.
So you just get a big feast.
I'd have heaps. If you're about to kill me, are you serious? Or I'm about to die? I'd have heaps.
Like what though? Can you answer the question?
Well, I'd want like 6 different things my mum cooks, but then I'd also want like, I don't know, a Frango's chicken tender with sauce. Like I'd want to taste that, but then I'd also want to have, I don't know, an ice cold beer, but I'd also want to have a chocolate thick shake, but I'd also want to have a boost juice, but I'd also want to have, you know what I mean? Like I want everything.
Nah, that's fair.
But there's so many different foods I can think of again. Yeah, 6 different things my mum cooks, but like,
You'd almost want to plan a day, like breakfast, lunch, dinner.
but even then, I don't think I'd be able to tick them off. I actually
Wow.
don't. I still don't think I'd be able to tick them off.
Interesting.
What would you have?
I'm very similar. Like I just like an array, and it probably wouldn't mix.
No,
and
it
I'd probably
wouldn't.
feel sick, but it doesn't really matter. I'm dying.
Yeah, who cares?
Honestly the same. I
It's too
couldn't
much.
like chicken, so good.
Yeah.
I'd love some Mexican. I'd probably want some like sushi.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
How do you pick?
I probably, you know what, I'm dying. I'm gonna have a full sugar Coke. You know,
Yeah.
I'm going crazy.
Full sugar Cokes. Oh, they're the best thing
I
after
know.
a game. Oh my
I
God.
don't know. I have Coke Zero. Don't play.
Imagine we could get Coca-Cola to sponsor this podcast. Hey, Coke.
If you're hearing,
Yeah.
well, what else do we have? Only a few more. How many famous athletes have come out of Marist? Fair few. Honestly, Marist Canberra, I'm assuming, because there's a lot of Marist schools.
Yeah.
Lucky
Phil
Keith went to a
Davis.
Marist school
Yeah, lucky.
in Queensland.
Yeah, but like, if we're going Morris Canberra,
Phil Davis,
Phil Davis,
Paddy Mills,
Craig Bolton,
Craig Bolton, yourself,
mm.
Joe Rolfe,
Yeah, I was going to say Rory Scott's currently playing for the Brumbies too. I think he...
Bailey Simonson plays for Parramatta,
Yeah,
Tom Highmore,
yeah. Tom Highmore, his weekly shout-out.
weekly shout out. There you go, Tom. He turns off after this, mate. There'd be more.
No, there's way more. We're just, like, these
We're
are the
just
ones I
young.
can think off the top of my head. Yeah, I'm just doing a lot of people a discredit, no doubt.
There'd be someone else.
I mean, Alex Tui's going pretty well.
Alex Tui.
Again, when he comes back.
I don't think we've ever said his name. You've just ruined the...
Like,
Nah,
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
When he comes back, I'll catch up with him for coffee.
we'll catch up. Tom, who is the worst person to sit next to on a flight?
I don't know. The ones I regularly sit next to aren't too bad, but like somebody who probably wants to talk to you the whole time. So maybe like Toby Bedford. Like, I'm just
It's
like,
so fair. Like
I
you just
want
want
to
to
sit there,
do your
listen
own
to
thing.
music, maybe watch a movie, nap. Like, let me just, I'm here, you're there. You
Okay.
stay there. Someone
gonna-
wants to talk the whole time.
I'll tell Snooze.
Mhm.
What position did Jacob play? Was he any good? Great question.
Yeah, the problem is I didn't watch any of him play, so you're gonna have to go off his own words. So you're not gonna get an accurate read.
No, I'll give you an accurate answer.
Yeah, sure. Were you a midfielder?
Midfield, forward,
Yeah, okay.
rotate. I was injury prone.
Really?
Yep, did a couple of. I didn't play much footy as I got older.
Is that soft or is that?
Was I soft
Yeah.
or was I injured?
Yeah.
No real soft tissue. It was. I broke my arm pretty badly. Did my meniscus. Had a tumor in my thumb. Missed some footy for that. That was rogue. Got told it was a wart. Wasn't. So I missed some time.
To be quite fair, you're probably assuming wart before random thumb tumor, aren't you?
Here's a story, and my mum and dad listened to this, and I've never ever forgiven them. I had my knee and my arm, and they had to put you under the general anaesthetic,
Yeah.
so you get knocked out.
Yeah.
And then soon after, I had like this growth or this wart in my hand, and I was like, oh, it's a wart. I tried freezing it off with that
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
it just didn't fall off. I was like, oh, I'll go to the doctor and get it checked. I think this was early year 12. So I'd
Yeah.
missed all of year 10, played a bit of year 11, and then this is at the start of year 12. Went into the doctor, and they were like, yep, no worries. We're going to cut it out. I was like, oh, sweet. They're like, because you've been under the anaesthetic too much recently, it's dangerous to keep putting you under it. So
Yeah.
you're going to have to stay awake for this. We'll numb your arm and cut it out,
Yeah.
which I have a phobia of blood. So I was
Really?
like, this is
You
going
have a
to...
phobia.
I can't. I'll faint if I see it.
Really?
Yeah, I'm bad. Anyway, so then I'm like in this hospital bed. They've, well, actually in the waiting room, I've got like the full gown on, all this kit. Like it's just my thumb. Like, can we just cut it off.
Yeah.
In this waiting room, they put you, like it's procedure to put you in a wheelchair or something. I think. So I'm in a wheelchair in this waiting room, and then I'm by myself, and then there's this big screen, and it's like Jacob Gaynor surgery, blah, 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 blah. And it says surgery type tumour.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know, when you think tumour, you
You're
think,
like, what the hell's going on here?
I'm thinking I'm dying.
Yeah.
And like, I was so mad. I was like, they didn't give me a chance to say goodbye to anyone. Like, I've just gone. I'm just like that
Did
kid.
you not stop
I'm just
anyone?
like-
You didn't
yeah.
stop and be like, okay, what's going on here?
Didn't even say grandma, like, bye. Like, nothing. So I cried. Was just like so upset. Anyway, then they were like, you're fine. It's just like, it's benign. I was like, oh, put that before it. Walked in.
Don't
and then,
just show me tumour.
Yeah, I'm 18. I'm gonna freak out. Or 17, and then I went in and it was disgusting because I could hear the. Couldn't feel anything, but it was just.
Did they do so? Like, I think when I broke my arm as well, they doubled for me. So like, when they did this, they put.
Oh, so they knocked you out and numbed your arm.
Yeah, but like while I was still awake, before I got knocked out, they put I don't know if it was a nerve block, but they numbed all the nerves up. Like they putting
So you
needles in my
didn't twitch or
arm under here, so then I couldn't feel my arm, and then they put me under general anyway. Was that what they did for you? Like, do they put needles up in here that numbed your arm? From
Yeah,
there
but I was
down?
awake.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. There you go.
it's a weird thing, that anesthesia.
Yeah, it is.
Like when I
It's
broke
cool.
when I broke my arm, they did the needle, but to knock me out,
Yeah,
and then they started counting down from 10.
you get to like 7, I swear, and then you don't remember anything.
No, but I was like, not fighting it, but I got to like 2 or 1, and I still was fine.
Yeah,
And I closed my eyes because like maybe I meant to close my eyes, and then they lifted my arm, but I was still awake. And
what'd you say?
And obviously my arm's broken, so it hurt. And then I don't know.
You're like,
all
ow.
I remember is his gassing coming out from my mouth. And I woke up, arm was good to go.
Yeah.
But to answer the question, was I good at football? Yeah, I was all right. I wasn't the greatest. I was never going anywhere. I'll be real. But won a couple of best and fairest. Won a flag.
So you're handy enough.
I got the job done. I'll have people that vouch for this. I'm a great infield kick. You find me a target, I'll hit it. Repeat efforts, I'll be there.
Really?
Tackling big fellas, strong suit.
Really?
Yeah, I'll put the body on the line for my team. Sometimes I got trampled. Didn't always stick them. But no, I was average. I was just your average Canberra footballer. Never going anywhere.
But you had a crack.
Retired.
You enjoyed it.
Retired with a flag.
Yeah. Can't ask
That's
for
all I
much more
needed.
than that.
I knew my path into the AFL was not as a player.
It was as a media guy.
It was just making people laugh.
Fair enough.
Last one for you, Tom. Can we get a longer episode from Tom and Jacob for the drive to Canberra next week?
A 3-hour app.
A 3-hour app.
I don't know if people actually
Maybe we do
genuinely
an
want a 3-hour
hour
app.
of just like normal, and then I'll leave the studio and you can talk history for 2 hours.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe I will do that.
Because we also potentially might have something in Canberra. Stay tuned.
True.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, look, I'll be honest. I don't know if people want to listen to us for 3 hours, quite frankly.
Could be a challenge. Like, how long can you last?
Yeah, like watching paint dry or something.
Yeah. I feel like you and I could talk for 3 hours.
Yeah, we could go. We could go, but, you know,
Whether it's insightful or interesting.
I know it certainly won't be. Not for 3 hours.
Tell you who would like us talking for 3 hours? Speedo. The amount of shout-outs they'd get.
Shout out to Speedo.
All right, should we get to some... Oh, actually, I've got one more for you. And this is off the back of the photo of the dive that we spoke about.
Yep.
Can you touch your toes?
Yes. Should I do it right now?
Yep.
Okay. This is also after like a full day I've had training and
Okay.
weights. I can touch my toes easily.
He can touch his toes.
Yeah, very easily. Again,
So, like...
if I'm in bare feet, I can get like nearly my palms on the ground.
Oh, so you're quite flexible.
I'm
Nice.
pretty good, yeah.
All right, we'll get to some red light, green light. Straight off the top of the rank is being private on Instagram. Red or green light?
Like, it's frustrating if you want to have a stalk, but
Isn't it?
yeah, it is.
I can't tell by that little photo.
You know what I love now, though, by the way? Great feature that Instagram added is how you can hold on the profile pics and it blows up a bit bigger.
Doesn't do that much though.
No, but it does more than it used to.
Yeah, I agree.
So I appreciate that. But, I mean, when I say neither here nor there on it, like, sometimes I find it weird when, like, like celebrities or whatever. You know, sometimes randomly there's like someone with 200,000 followers, but they're private.
Yeah, how does that work?
Yeah, it's kind of like, why are you doing that?
Or did they buy them?
Yeah, I mean, 200,000, geez, you'd hope not. But
It's a lot of money.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's not really, it's neither here. I think it's a green light for me. Like, I can get why people who just want, you know, to have,
Their own little Instagram.
yeah, like
private.
200 or 300 followers or whatever it is, and just like
That's them.
be very selective with who sees their content. So I understand that. Yeah, I think it's a green
from
light for
the
me.
perspective of stalking, red light.
Oh yeah, I guess. Well, you know, if you want to, but that's, you know, you're being nosy then. So like,
Yeah.
I get it.
Do you know what-
For me, it's a green light.
Do you know what I don't like? I don't like when you request to follow someone and 3 weeks later they accept.
Yeah, well, that's just a weird one. Why
Well,
have
like-
they done that?
And also, I don't remember trying to follow you.
Yeah.
Did I do it on accident? I don't know. It's confusing. Not letting someone merge in traffic. Red light.
Nah, it depends again.
If they've been waiting,
No, but if it's so blatantly obvious, like if you see that they've like been back in the queue and cut out and then
Try
gone
and come
up
back
and
in?
then try and just skip the queue,
you can wait there, buddy.
yeah, that's a hell no for me. I'm tailgating the person in front of me so hard, I'm not even giving you a sniff of getting in.
No, I agree
But
with that.
again, if it's like they're there, they're waiting, we've like we have to merge. Like, of course, you let the person in, but like I said, it's a bit dependent. If you see someone trying to skip the queue,
If they're cheating the system,
yeah, then it's a hell no.
I agree. Only showering once a day.
Oh, for me, that's a green light. Like
Well, you only shower at night. I hope you say night.
yeah, no, of course I shower at
thank
night.
goodness.
But again, it's different. Like today, I'll shower
At the club.
3 times. Like I didn't shower in the morning, but I showered before lunch because after training, I'll shower after this, and then I'll shower tonight as well. So like I'll shower 3 times today, but normally if like tomorrow when I only have, I'll shower probably a couple times. Normally if I'm doing nothing, it's just a shower 1 time.
Okay.
And that's at night. But some people shower just in the morning, which I don't get.
That's gross. You can't get into bed like that.
That's what I think, but
You feel gross.
that's what I think, but I don't know.
I'm
That's the
going to
thing.
say,
Showering once.
I'm
if
going to
it's
say at night.
Yeah, then it's a green light.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
mean, for me, you can shower once, it's a green light. People who don't shower every day, though, enormous red light. Seriously, what are you doing?
They're not, people don't do that, do they?
People do that.
Name and shame them.
Also, well, no, let's just also understand that we're speaking from quite a privileged position here where we are able to,
Access water.
yeah, exactly, decide when and how much we'd like to shower. But I think you should, yeah, if you're not showering every day
I agree.
and you're in the position to, you need to have a good hard look at yourself.
Pet names in relationships.
What's that, like baby, babe?
Yeah, like honey, I guess.
Oh, I mean, from experience, red light, as in I don't really do it, but I don't know.
From experience, sounds like someone's had a nickname for you and you didn't like it.
No. What I more mean is like I haven't done it.
Yeah, I don't think I'd do it either. I wouldn't be able to take myself seriously.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, babe.
You feel forced. Yeah.
Don't like it. Red light.
Yeah, red light.
Calling your parents by their first names.
Red light.
Green
Show some
light.
respect.
Green light. I call my parents Lisa and Brad all the time.
Show some respect.
No, we're on a first name basis. Shows how close we are.
No. Show some respect. I have this argument with Bill all the time. The way Billy Clark, the way he treats his parents is disgraceful. What I hear about what he does to poor Mr. and Mrs. Clark, John and Janine.
Oh, don't call them Mr. and Mrs.
And Janine is actually an avid listener too. I'm not sure if John is, but I know Janine is. She'll hear this. Janine, I feel for you. The way that Billy particularly treats
does he
John,
do?
no, I'll say, no, the way that Bill treats, and it sounds like Brendan too, the way Brendan Clark treats his father, I'm actually
It's
really...
not acceptable.
Yeah, it's actually not on. But anyway, that's part of it. The calling your parents by their first name,
Green light.
for me,
If it's done in a respectful manner.
Mum and dad's fine.
Yeah, maybe that's how your dynamic works.
Yeah, it is. But Bill...
My brother.
Billy Clark would argue that it's bot military because my dad's in the army, that I was raised in a bot military where I've got to have this. Anyway, Bill has this whole
What do you call your dad?
dad.
Yeah. Okay. Just making sure it wasn't like Mr. Green or
I don't
something.
call him sir.
That'd be funny every morning. Morning, sir.
Takes me back to school. You ever doing that at school?
What?
Sir and Miss? Like,
Yeah, to all the teachers.
Yeah.
You never said their names.
No.
It was, hey, sir, hey, miss. Yeah. Now it
Doesn't that
seems
take you
bizarre,
back?
doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it seems
Wow,
so
that's
weird.
so weird.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if you walk past Kingers, morning, sir.
Nah,
He'd look at you real funny.
Yeah.
All right, 2 more. Giving a personal gift that's not expensive over an expensive gift. if that makes sense.
Isn't that just a green light? Like, if anything, it's more thoughtful than what
Yeah,
just
I
like
agree.
spending $1,000 bucks.
But some people would appreciate money more than thought.
What's
Like it'd be like if I bought
I'd
you,
argue
I'd,
they're,
if I bought
argue
you
they're
a car,
materialistic.
if I
I'd
bought
argue
you,
they're materialistic.
I would agree with you. If I bought you a car, or I bought you a picture frame of you and I,
Yeah, but there's also an element of like the disparity there's too large.
materialistic.
No,
You're
the
materialistic.
disparity there's too large, but also like how much
It
am I
could've been
going
a
to
big
care for a
frame.
photo? Yeah.
It could have been. That's rude.
I'm not just saying with you. I'm just saying in general. But anyway, no, I don't know. Like, it's obviously within reason, but like, I think the personal one, like, if you've clearly put some thought into it, then I think that's more important than just spending a whole lot of money for no reason.
Last one, driving a manual. Green light.
Yeah, well,
Can you drive manual?
yeah, I think green light.
Yeah.
Like,
same.
as in, I don't really think it matters, but like, it's obviously a skill that sort of when going out of fashion, like, there's just going to come a point where no manual car is going to be working anymore. I don't think so.
Which will be a sad day.
Yeah, unless you're driving. I think a lot of trucks are still manuals.
Trucks and
actually.
four drives and
Yeah, but other than that, I think it's just going to be pretty much autos. But yeah, no, green light for me.
let's get to your favourite segment.
Song of the week.
Now, I'm going to go first
Yep, do it.
because my song's already up.
Sure.
Now, this is a song shown to me during COVID, so it's pretty old.
Really?
Yep. I think it's more up your alley.
Why do you say that?
It's just a bit more of a bop, no real words. There's a couple of words in there, but it's just a nice track to listen to. I feel like it's more you than me, but I still really like the song.
Sure, let's hear.
It's not country, so we'll call it you. I can't play more than 15 seconds, I think.
Yeah. What's it called?
It's called, I don't even know how to pronounce it, S-E-V-E. Sevi?
S-E-V-E.
Sevi? Sevi?
7 maybe.
Radio edit by Tez Caddy. Great song.
Yeah, like that. Like that.
Just a bit of a bop.
Yeah, it is.
Let me get yours up. Sorry, Tom.
Yeah, so mine is that's Jacob's about to pull up is, as we'll hear, it's just Feel Good Inc., Feel Good Incorporated by the Gorillas.
When do you want me to start it?
After I've done my spiel, bro.
Yeah. No, as in what time of the song?
Oh, well, everyone knows it, I think, from the start.
Okay.
But yeah, this one's actually, shout out to my youngest brother, Lockie. He sent me last night. He said, just heard a great song. He sent me a text. Yeah, just heard a great song, like an old song. That's a good one. You should do it on the podcast. So I said, make it easy, Lockfin. I'll get it on there. So shout out to Lockfin. He's recommended this one, and it is a great song. It's a great tune, great sing along. Pretty much everyone should know this song. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, Feel Good Incorporated by the Gorillas.
Ready? That's 15 seconds.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
It's a bop.
Yeah, and again, like I said, everyone knows it. And so, yeah, it's a great track.
Nice.
Like
Thanks.
it a lot.
Thanks, Lockfin. All right, ready? Poem.
Yeah, let's do it.
Now, if you listen every week, you'll know that Tom promised the poem this week. I handed over the reins. Tom, what do you got?
Well, what we've got is great fans. Jacob, what we as a podcast have is an abundance of quality fans. And so as much as I had ready in the bank to go for this week's poem, we got sent a better one.
Don't you come at me with this.
We got sent a better poem to do. So we're actually going to delay my poem by a week, maybe 2.
Don't say that because then I'm going to have
we've
to write a
got
poem next
such
week.
fantastic fans.
This isn't a fan. This is my mum.
Yeah, fantastic fans.
Now,
Shout out Lisa.
so my mum, this is where I must get it from, the creative flair.
Mm.
My mum is currently in Paris.
Wow. So we've got a Paris-inspired...
We've gone international.
We've got a Paris-inspired In the Green Room poem.
So she wrote this regarding our swimming race.
Let's hear it.
Now, let me say this before we start the poem, that Tom didn't know this was coming. He was just not prepared and didn't do a poem.
That's not true at all.
That's true.
You heard the presentation I gave.
You can swim, mate, but you can't produce excuses. So, Tom, a poem by Lisa Gaynor.
Let's hear it.
Tom, I word if I may, I have something I need to say about this swim that from what I hear will no doubt be the event of the year. Right or wrong, words said in jest may now result in a tattoo on a chest. I'd like to think I have a bit of sway, so Tom, I ask, you look the other way. In your better judgment, I implore, surely something else could even the score. And if by chance you finish before the other, just remember the power of a mother. I may shed a tear if Jacob is pipped at the post, but your name on his chest will hurt me the most. Well done, Lisa. Mum, sorry.
That's a 10 out of 10. Yeah.
Oh,
Show us some respect. Well, that's funny, though. That's actually funny,
Spenny.
well written.
I appreciate good poetry.
She'd
and that's
also
up there,
d-
but it's not a 10. You haven't given me a 10 yet.
Yeah, because that's way better than anything you served up. She'd also deliver it way better than you would have, too. I mean, you delivered it pretty well. You delivered that one actually better than you've delivered any of your own, which is quite funny. But she would also deliver it fantastically, no doubt. But yeah, that gets a 10 for me, and I'm really sorry. One thing that I hate to do to Mrs. Gaynor is be the bearer of bad news, but we've got to get my name.
But number
on that
5,
chest. Yeah,
tattoo.
but number 5 and blow it up just that little bit bigger. I think. I'm sorry, I can't, Jacob. You know, you put your words to it. You know, as you said, words in jest, but
You
if
end
you're
up
gonna-
with a tattoo on
if
your
it-
chest.
Yeah, if you're gonna say it, I'm gonna call you out. I'm gonna hold you to it, and you didn't back out. You had time to back out.
I'm a man of my word.
So you're gonna result with Tom Green on your chest.
All right.
It's a pretty harsh reality.
It hurts. It really hurts. Now, before you do your little outro, final thank yous to everyone for getting involved in the swim.
Thank you so much again to
Stay
Speedo.
tuned for what's next. We've got
Yep.
some exciting things coming up.
We really do.
Tom, good luck at the MCG this weekend. I know you love playing there.
I certainly do. Thank you very much.
Pretty excited for Canberra the following week.
Super excited. God's country.
God's country. Isn't next week's episode going to be all about Canberra?
It's going to be a Canberra
3 hours
Canberra
long.
Fest.
All right, do your outro, mate.
Yeah, so again, and maybe this week it's more poignant than any other week, but thank you very much to all our In the Green Room listeners. We do absolutely love you, obviously. I mean, we've even got fans coming to the pool to come and watch us swim, so it really is a testament to how great you guys are and how much we love you. Thank you to all our regular listeners and our regular viewers. We'd be nothing without you. Like I said, make sure you send us to a friend, to a family member on all major streamer platforms. And a special shout out to our viewers who watch us every week on YouTube. Thank you very much. We'll see you next week.